Roll the corn. We know the truth now. Peace to my beautiful people from this beautiful land. I love you, and I'm in love with you. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Put where you're from and put the corn in the chat. Put where you're from and put the corn in the chat. Put where you're from and put the corn in the chat. We know the truth now. We know the truth now. Fort Worth, Texas, what up? Grace Jones, Florida, how you doing? Roll the corn. Monroe, Louisiana, James Villain, what up? Colorado Springs, Big Dreams Creator, what's up, brother? Roll the corn. Now today, I want to talk to the people. I want to hear Keisha the Hood Princess, how you doing, beautiful? Today, I want to hear from the people and what concerns the people and what information that we need to be studying that haven't been touched on a lot. I want you to bring that up so we can get into studying things or breaking down things that people don't understand. And if you have receipts that you want to get up on the panel and show to the people, and I can break them down with you, that's what I want to do today. Every now and then, I like to talk directly to the people and see what's their concerns, what's on their mind, and what receipts or what sparks their interest. So y'all hop in the box if you have a question or a comment or a receipt you want to show, or you just want to have a quick comment real quick. Hop in the show, or you just want to have a quick comment real quick. Hop in the hop in the invite box, and I'm gonna let you up, and we're gonna chop it up. But real quick, one question, one comment, or a quick receipt here or there, and so I can get to the rest of the people. Right? Corey Michael, what's up, brother? This is about us, right? Roll the corn. Bow my head to my people. I love you. I'm in love with you. I want to say some stuff before we get started. Y'all get y'all receipts together, or whatever comment or question you got, put it together. And I'm going to let you up to ask the question or say the comment or show your receipt. But I want to say something, right? I want to say this information that has been coming out lately about our people is very, very important, right? It's not created for us to argue over, or not for us to try to disprove other people wrong, or gloat or beat, or it's not created for that, right? Our history is not created to be mythology. It's not created to be myth. It's not created to for other people to take ancient information and turn it into something that is not real, right? This has been going on a lot with the teachings of our history. Everything is turned into some type of stuff that's not real, right? But our ancestors really lived and they really did the things they done. So I don't believe in teaching our people anything that is not 100% can be proven that it actually happened. Or so I take pride in it, right? Casey Macon, what's up? And this is the first way you can get to the real history, right? You break mythology, you break lies and theories, you get right to the real point of the people. And that's what I want to do with my people, right? Because we've been lied to, we've been given myths, we've been given theories all our life, and none of it leads us to truth, right? So when we do this stuff, so when we do this stuff, we have to get to a real people's history to learn the truth. So with that being said, I just want people to understand that when you research this stuff, you have to put the people into the research. It's not always about a entity or alien or a myth story. Or it's not always about that. Put the people into the history with your real culture, then you find the truth. Because nobody has ever done it, right? So my approach on doing this was putting the people into the history and getting the real story of things, and it makes me feel better about trying to teach our history, because just regurgitating a person saying who's not connected to this information is not the way it's supposed to be taught. So anybody, any receipts, any questions, any comments, hop in the guest box. And we're gonna chop it up today. JJ, what up? Roll the corn. Now there was some people kind of coming at me about people with Moorish names, El, Bay, stuff like that. But what you must understand about this El and Bay culture, a lot of these people are changing their names, people. They are changing their names to fit a narrative, right? When you change your name to fit a narrative, that automatically lets me know something ain't right. If I change my name to Truth X, that don't make me no smarter than nobody. That don't make me more connected to nothing than nobody else, right? So a lot of people try to prove points by a name that they took on themselves, which you can name yourself anything. That don't mean nothing to me, right? It might mean something to somebody else that your name is Shabazz X Muhammad El Bay. Nah, it don't mean nothing to me. My people, nah. I look at things totally different than everybody else. A lot of this information about our ancestors is I'm gonna say it like this. A lot of it is the way people want to be perceived, right? A lot of people want to be perceived to be the intellectual. I'm connected to this. I know this. I'm gonna throw on these big copper chains, and it's not about that, right? It's not about that. So we got to keep it 100% real. All that faking and shaking and trying to fit the part of the movie to stroke your ego, and our people are not learning the truth. That shit bothers me. So, and somebody asked me a very important question yesterday. And they say, why you don't get with other people and do interviews and do like a lot of these big podcasts and stuff like that? That ain't what I do this for, right? I don't do this for that. I don't do this to go sit up on the panel with Billy Carson. I don't do this to go sit up on the panel with no YT people, and I get nothing out of it. What I get out of it? All I'm doing is trying to, all that shows is I'm trying to fit in with a crowd that's trying to lead our people, but are they leading them the right way? Are they leading the people the right way? That's what I look at, right? And a lot of times I don't think they are. So I stay away from that as much as I can, right? When you locked in with the information and the history, that's all you really need. Cause no man can everybody got 24 hours in a day, right? You study, you learn it the right way, you teach it the right way, everybody's on the equal playing field at the end of the day. Once they learn the way to go about looking at this information. My goal overall is just to help our people, right? I know it gets bigger than that, it's deeper than that, but to keep it solid, I just want to help the people. Help them learn, help them. Maybe one day I can get out here and help these people, in the real world. When my situation becomes that big, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's here to help our people. Like, throughout history, when I go through history, I don't see nobody who literally took 100% pride in teaching the truth and then got out here and helped their people genuinely, without all the cameras around, without all the hoopla and the podcasts and the I'm with 3 or 4 different more famous people trying to be seen and stroking each other back and ego. No, that's not what this is about. It's not what this is about. So I just look at stuff so different than everybody else, right? They say one man can't make a difference. I don't believe in it. One man can make a difference. When I was younger, I used to think one man couldn't make a difference. It's going to take everybody, but one man can make a difference. Because that one man's will could make 1 million more people move, right? My great-grandmama taught me that. The will of a powerful man can make a army move. So don't ever let nobody tell you one man can't make a difference. Yes, they can. Yes, he can. If that wasn't true, the government wouldn't try to get rid of our people. If one man could make a difference, they wouldn't try to. They wouldn't kill Medgar Evers. They wouldn't kill Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and Fred Hampton. And so one man can make a difference. So today I want to talk to y'all about ideas or information y'all want to learn and talk about that I haven't touched on a lot. It's so much information I ain't touched on, and sometimes I don't know what y'all want to actually touch on. So I be want to talk to y'all about that, because you got to get it from the people. A wise man knows without the input of his people, it don't nothing really matter, right? Because this is for all of us. This is not just for one person. It's for everybody. So a wise man knows you have to be in touch with the people. What do they want? What do they want to learn? What aspects that they haven't learned yet that they want to get into and learn? And that's what I'm on. So y'all got any questions, any comments, any paperwork y'all want to show me or receipts, anything like that, y'all hop in the invite box. Anything like that, y'all hop in the invite box. And have you ever heard heard only the people from the land can eat the dirt of this land? Y'all heard that before, Darius. I knew people in Mississippi that eat the red clay dirt. I know people in Mississippi eat the red clay dirt. They eat it. Literally. Red clay dirt. DJ Baby Ghost said, why would you do that? DJ Baby Ghost, where you from? Where you from? Come talk to me. You got jokes in the comments, come talk to me. Maybe you'll understand.
What's going on, brother?
Why would people do what?
No waga. Seneca. Ongwe, the original.
You a
You know the
Seneca?
mountains you're talking about in Ohio? That's my territory. The Allegheny, that's all my territory. I just wonder why you're talking about it.
Hold on, let me see something.
And what are those in the back? Was he showing
Hold on.
Egypt? Or is that what is that in the back on them boats?
Okay. DJ Baby
What
Go,
are those?
you follow me, right?
Yeah, I watch you.
So why the hell you asking me what I'm talking about?
Because I'm just up here to make fun of you about it.
I'm saying, bro. Don't
Because
come
you
with this.
sound goofy as hell sometimes.
Why you follow me then?
Because I like making fun of you. I come on your panel
Okay.
every day and make fun of you.
Okay. Okay. I just wanted to show y'all what kind of ignorance these hunter-gatherers. If you asking me what I'm talking about, why you following me? Hey, block him. Block him. Somebody, Keisha, get him for me. See, this what I be saying. Like, this the that's the part of the game I don't understand, right? Y'all sit back in the cut and learn what we talking about. Then it's funny. Why you want to learn it if you think it's funny, if you think it's a lie, if everything is fake? Why are you following me to learn it? Right? Do that make any sense? It's pure ignorance. It's pure hate. Now, when I go back into history, you Mongol natives, you mongrels, have been all over the world following my people, learning from them, learning they culture. Not only in America, y'all was all over there in Israel trying to learn our people history. Mongrel Samaritans, holding our hand, following us around. Let me tell y'all something, bro. These people followed our people around, waiting for them to build kingdoms just to attack it. These motherfuckers followed us around, watched us build monuments just to attack it and try to take it. I don't normally speak on the evil of these people, but these people are pure evil. Pure. And they the ones created the ideology of the devil by looking into their own spirit and putting it off on our people. Ain't they sick? They're sickening, bro. The hate you felt, you flipped it and tried to say we the ones put the hate out here in the world. We put the evil in the world. Y'all turned something pure to nature evil because y'all not pure to nature. How sick you got to be to do that? That's like me unaliving somebody, blaming somebody else, and then pushing the narrative that they evil while I'm sitting back and I'm the one done it. It's wild out here, man. Mr. Me, you got a question or a comment? Question or a comment, Mr. Me. Y'all hop in the invite box. You got anything you want to show me? Any comments, anything? Yo. Dirty Red, got a question or a comment real quick?
Hold on, I'm finna get some. I'm finna show you something I've been wanting to show you, bro. Hold up.
Okay. Let's do it.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up on my other phone real quick.
Okay.
Okay, I start right. Let me see where I'm gonna start. Okay, you remember I was showing you about that neighborhood? I was showing you about that neighborhood, Berkeley Place. Look at the top on that building. I think I sent some of these to your email too.
Uh-huh.
Hold
Yeah.
on. Hold on. This building been there forever. I'm talking about. I remember it being there. I'm talking about. It's been there for years. I don't know how long. Hold on.
What city this is?
This Fort Worth. This Dirty Red.
Okay, Fort Worth, Texas. Okay, I remember. Yeah, I remember you telling me about this. Yeah, this area.
You see that chimney? You see that chimney on that house right there?
Yeah.
That's on that. It got that Hebrew. Hold on. I think I took a picture. Hold on.
It got the bed symbol on it.
Hold on. I'm finna. Hold on. I'm going the wrong way. Hold on. Nah, that ain't it. That ain't it. Hold on. Okay, look, here go this right here. This an old church. They did something in the front right there, but this church go all the way up. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. I got better. Oh,
You got
Hold on.
you got
I got some. Hold on. I got a bad one. I really want to show you. Hold on. Remember I was telling you about I was asking about the some of them houses around it. Look, there go that house. That house got them things on it. It's cross the street. Look, it's cross the street from a golf course, and it's cross the street from a church that got them things on at the top. I think that house connected. See, I think that house connected to a free energy building or something like to that church next to it. This the church just next to it. Hold up.
I'm gonna tell you what you do. That golf course across the street,
Yep.
research that golf course and see if there's mounds out there first.
Okay.
Research the golf course. Yeah, they're like that's free energy right there.
Right.
And once you can find mounds at that golf course, you can tell that area was inhabited by our ancient culture. So research that golf course, and that golf course gonna tell you what was on that land before all that happened.
I want to show you one more building. Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Damn, where is it? Where is it? Look, this one is downtown. Hold on, I'm finna find it. Bro, this is downtown Fort Worth. This is a real free energy building. Hold on, I'm finna up. Hold on. I really want I ain't finna take up too much time, but I really want y'all to see this damn, what is building there? Fuck. I know I'm taking up time. Hold on. Here go another building. It just sit off in the hood. It's an old church. They added some more on, but it's a bomb shelter too. And it's an old ancient building. They added more at the back, but the whole structure is old, bro. Like, and it go underground, like you finna see. It go underground.
Yeah. Yeah.
See some of them bricks right there. Some of them bricks they put some new bricks on there, but you can see all the old stuff, and it go underground too.
Uh-huh.
Look, have you ever? I'm trying to find it, bro. I want you to see this downtown building, bro. It's downtown Fort Worth.
I tell you what you do. Just put them all together, and I'll bring you back up in a second. I got you.
I bet.
Oh yeah, that's what that is, though. That's for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna bring you back up in a second, dirty. Y'all hop in there. Y'all want to show some receipts, or question, or comment, anything. But I really want to show y'all that building from down there, but I'll do that later, man. His black. What's up? Question or comment? See what we got. Chester Divine, question or comment?
Just want to give you your props. The other day you spoke about the jewels, and I travel a lot down to Colombia, down to Cartagena, Colombia, and I noticed that emeralds are green. So a while back when I was down there, I was checking out, all the emeralds and the people and things like that, and came to me on thought that each jewel, the color represents each tribe and where it's from. So wherever you find that jewel at, the color jewel is going to represent that tribe.
Exactly.
When you started talking about it the other day, it kind of cleared everything for me. So I just want to give you your props, man. And that energy, the frequency, I love you. I just want to give you your props, man, because I'm in that field, I'm on that internet, I'm on that web with you. And I want to say, I appreciate that.
Appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. Y'all follow Chester. Follow Chester. Yeah, different areas of North and South America had different minerals, right? And the minerals that was in the area became the mineral of the tribe, right? So these different tribes that wore the breastplates with the minerals, it all started from tribes wearing the minerals that was found in the area where they lived, and that goes along with that. I did a live about that a long time ago, but I'll do it again. Stay down. What's up, brother? Question or comment? Yo, yo.
Oh yeah, what's up, man? I just joined because he was talking about these builders, man. I wanted to say I've been tripping off of that lady, and I've been talking to my wife. She think I'm going crazy because I keep talking about downtown. I
Yeah.
believe every city, every state started with these buildings that was already here. They
It
keep trying
was.
to show pictures explaining that these people built these buildings in 1892. Man, they can't show no images of these buildings going up.
Yeah.
Like every Union Station in Missouri, Union Station in Pennsylvania, all the Union stations, man, these big ass train depots, these buildings was already here in these states when the people pushed out and they started stuff from them buildings.
Exactly.
Took over from all our black people. They took all our castles, all the cathedrals and the churches all over the states. All of them built exactly the same all over. How did you chisel this stone and all this stuff? They didn't even have the tools for that back then. And we was making these rinky dink houses that they show around the buildings while they build them.
I'm gonna tell you something real, man. When I researched it, it hurt my spirit, right? First you find out where does the limestone and the granite come from to make these buildings in these downtown areas, right?
Right.
I traced the granite and the limestone back to a certain quarry or a cave or area with this limestone in it. Mounds all on top of these areas, bro.
Yeah.
Where the materials are coming from to make these buildings are coming from mound builder areas because people are buried in mounds right there where the granite that made the Capitol building come from. So it kills the myth of this mysterious race built these buildings and showing the real people buried right there where the materials at of the mound builders that built them buildings.
Right. And I've been riding around in Missouri showing people all over the highways. It's mounds. They built these roads and highways over mounds and split mounds. You can see it all over the highways when you drive it. All people gotta do is open their eyes and start looking. All these perfectly shaped hills going up, and they got a building sitting on top of them. Come on, man. Just start looking at all the churches
Let
and
me tell you
cathedrals.
something I read in a book that blew my mind. And every time I ride on the highway, I think about this, bro. You know how an exit is made?
Yeah.
When you get off the exit, there's always a bridge.
Right.
And it has two big, large mounds up under the bridge on both sides.
Exactly.
I read in a book that mounds were traveling up through this country, and they ran the highway right through the center mounds and put the bridges.
I just told her that. I
Um,
just told my wife that. I just put a video on my TikTok about that by the airport. I'm like, man, the airport took all this land. And if you trip off the airports got so many mounds on them.
oh
I
yeah,
feel like that's a free energy space. Everywhere it's an airport and all the mounds, that's like a free energy space. That's why airplanes able to take off and lift off there.
yeah. I was in Denver. It was just mounds. I'm talking all around the airport. That's where they got the blue horse. The blue horse with the red eyes.
Yeah.
He's sitting right on top of a mound in Denver. Denver kind of blew my mind, but you're exactly right, bro. Appreciate you.
I sure been watching you, man. And you have me thinking and have me going and looking up stuff because I hear you talking about something. Then I go start researching because I don't just listen to people. I go and
Go
research
research.
too, see what you talking about, and I can find the blueprints and the footprints to the truth. Man,
Yeah,
it's just a lot going on in this world that we just not open our eyes. More people need to tune in and listen, though.
exactly. Good question, though, bro. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you
No
too.
doubt, man. Y'all follow, stay down. Stay down. That's why I do is stay down. I want people to look at things different, right? Um, we pass by things every day, bro. That really are. some of the most monumental things on the planet. We pass by them every day like they nothing because they hidden and we don't know what we're looking at. And these buildings, these big old mounds and hills, and ain't no telling what was found in these places, bro. On top of some of these hills, they got ancient shrines and temples with ancient writing and all of that. Let me give y'all an idea of what I'm talking about. Now, shout out to Casey Macon for this, right? Casey Macon be sending me a lot of receipts. So this is in rural Mississippi, right? You see this, you just think it's some old, ain't really nothing. It's some old, but you don't know what it means if you not studied, right? Now, I'm looking at this. Some ancient culture dug through this stone with some type of drill. So that shows technology, right? Of stone and stone builders. So I look at the symbol, and I seen this symbol before. This is in Mississippi now. Phoenician. That's what that is right there, people. That's Semitic. That's Hebrew. That's Semitic right there. You know how I know that? Because when Hebrews put Semitic, they put a circle by it. The circle goes along with the correlation of Semitic. Watch this. Semitic, closed circle, complete circle. The O appearance is a common visual similarity, especially in the simple fonts. So you got Semitic with the O, ancient stone builders in Mississippi, bro. Like, and then he sent me another receipt, but I ain't deciphered it yet. I'm working on it. It's some copper beads with Hebrew on the copper beads. They green and copper. And it's a lot of letters on there. And I got to break it down before I show it to y'all, but I know what this is. So why is a Phoenician Hebrew alphabet in stone in rural Mississippi? That's our language, people. That's our language over here. They teach you that our people wasn't writing Hebrew, but it's written in stone all over the and throughout years we don't understand, right? Throughout years we don't understand that we never was taught this. So when we start to learn it and see it, we see, right? This is in the Delta, Harris County Bullet. I don't know exactly what city it is. I think it's up there by Winterville. It's Winterville. Winterville. I went to those mounds. It's up there in Greenville, Greenwood, Greenville, somewhere up there. I ain't through. You know me. I just got this in yesterday. This receipt. But you know, I'm gonna get to it, Harris County. I'm gonna give you the state and place because we need to go find these places and document these places. Because when you see this, right? When you see this, no other ancient culture wrote these letters, people, especially not in America. This ain't no Native American language. This is ancient melanated people's language in America, right? And we all know the original people who made this language was melanated. And they were the mound and stone builders. So it's so much new evidence out here that nobody ain't showing but me. Cause I study this stuff I study America way harder than everybody else because that's where the knowledge is at, right? It's so much stuff that didn't happen that they don't speak of no more, but it's there. It's there. Gift, question or comment? No matter how much people try to act like this stuff ain't there, it's there. It's there. And I'm gonna show it to you. Plowman, what's up? Question or comment? got a hell of a name. You know that, right? Copperai, India. What up with it, bro? Yo, yo. I don't think he was trying to come up that time. Rio, got a question or a comment? Meek the Creek, what's up, bro? Yo, yo.
Yo, I always watch your stuff. I just wanted to say what's good. What were
Appreciate
you
it.
showing? I came in halfway through, and you always talking about Mississippi and the culture and everything. What are you showing us?
Well, right here,
Yes, I caught the Hebrew part, but I didn't know what it was that you were showing us.
this is the Hebrew letter for Semek, right? Semek. The Phoenicians used it over there in the Mediterranean Sea. Same lettering, same lettering on the Mississippi River in Mississippi, right? This don't supposed to be in Mississippi if Hebrew, Paleo Hebrew comes from the Mediterranean or the Middle East or Israel. This don't supposed to be here, right?
Wow,
It's there because our culture created this language and we took it on a boat over there. This is the old Semitic symbol with the O. Phoenicians have the newer form. It's the same thing as Paleo Hebrew in America.
wow.
That's what I was talking about with that one. And I got more Paleo Hebrew written all over America, all in Utah. It's Paleo
Yeah,
Hebrew.
I've been finding it on a lot of mound stuff that I've been looking up.
Yeah.
That Yeah, I didn't really know what it was, but now it's starting to make sense because you're the one who always be coming up here hitting with stuff, always showing the cross cultural connection and stuff, and how America's the motherland, and like how you're just showing and matching it up. You're the only person I know who does that. You got a gift with deciphering stuff. You
I
got a gift with
appreciate it, bro.
multiple.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I studied it because I felt inferior by not knowing it, right? Um, and my great grandmother used to say Hebrew words. So it got to the point to where I was like, I gotta figure this out because why is she speaking this language? And she from the middle of nowhere in Mississippi.
Right.
It was mind blowing, and that what fueled me to try to learn the Hebrew alphabet and learn when I see these symbolism and know what it is, right? So that's my story.
I mean, you helped a lot of my stuff make sense. So some of my ancestors were the Natchez in Mississippi, or the
Gotcha.
Nachi, and
But cheese.
basically, when you're showing the what you call it, like the language, and then the descriptions of our peoples down there, all the different people who are living down there, it just it really makes a lot of sense because when I was younger, I used to dream about like Egypt all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like my nephew would be talking about Anunnakis and Sumerian stuff, and I'm like, how do we know this stuff? You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, if my grandma's down there, I'm like, how do I know this stuff? And then also, you know what I mean, just like everybody else, and your grandma's telling you that they're indigenous, but then you're going to school and then they're trying to teach you something different. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I go to school or you go to college stuff and they're like, oh, this is something African. And then when I started digging into it from watching guys like you, I'm like, damn, we got so many pyramids and stuff. Egypt over here, Mississippi denial. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that's crazy.
It's the truth, bro. Let me give you a little piece of information before you go. Talking about the Natchez. Let me show you
Please.
something real quick. Natchez Indians built big mounds down there in Natchez. The colonizers lived on the mound complex with the Natchez and said they were speaking Hebrew. It's in a book The book, the dude who wrote it is named James Adair, Adair. He lived with the Natchez for he lived with a bunch of different groups, Indian groups, Chickasaw, Natchez. Let me show you something.
Okay.
Nat is Hebrew origin. It's Natchezin, right? Natchezin. So Nat is Hebrew, right? Then you go to the middle of the word, Chesan, because the old one is Natchezin. That's the name of that, right? It's loving, kindness, mercy, steadfast, love, loyalty. These words are Hebrew. Natchezin. In the old books, it was spelled Natchezin, right? So we must understand that these ain't really no Indian names, right? They changed the layout of the word. Now it's Natchez, right? But when you break that word down, it's Hebrew. I just wanted to show you that to kind of give you a background on that. Y'all follow Rio. Follow Rio.
Thank you.
Follow Rio. Good question, Rio. See, we gotta start we gotta start realizing what's the base words for these words. Right? Let me show y'all something. It was Natchezin in the old books. Hold on, let me show it to you. Now watch this. It talks about a language family, but it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Hold on, let me get back here. Let me cut this off. Let me show y'all something. See, I got Natchezin, language family, linguistic term, language spoken by the Natchez. Natchezin is Hebrew. Nat is Hebrew, Chez is Hebrew, and On is Hebrew, right? Anu and On don't come from no Anunnaki. That's what people don't understand. They think that shit come from over there. We took that On in a new language over there. This proves a lot. See, when you go find the real word for Natchez and Choctaw and Yamasee and all of that, you start to see the truth. So it's Natchezin. Nat is Hebrew. Ches is Hebrew. On. On is in Hebrew is like God or right? On. Let me show y'all that. On can be translated in Hebrew as the letter Ayin, which can also mean I, right? On and Anu, all this stuff the same word. But they want to teach you it comes from overseas, right? Ta is Hebrew. All day. Ta Mary, yeah. Ta is Tav. Ta is Tav. So if they calling it Ta Mary, Ta is Hebrew for Tav. Tav is a letter in the Paleo Hebrew alphabet, right? Ta is chamber, room, guard room, something like that. But Ta comes from Tav, T-A-V, right? Yes, Ta can refer to the Hebrew letter Tav, the last letter of the Hebrew alphabet, symbolized mark, sign, truth, or completion. Ta. So We looked at it all wrong, right? We looking at this shit all wrong. We looking at this shit all wrong. We looking at it like Egypt is given a name of a place, but the whole time the place gave Egypt the name. They just rebutted it back and told y'all where the ancestors came from. In the study I do, when I go through the study and I do, it always talks about these languages are not from that land. Sumerian cities are named after Hebrew words, people. Not no alien shit. I'm telling y'all what I know. Nineveh, Mesopotamia, that's Navala. See how they changed the name on you? Nineveh. Watch this. Is Navala. Navala is Hebrew. They don't want you to know that shit. Nineveh is Navala, right? Biblical story of Nineveh, a great Assyrian city. Navala is the real word. Navala is why they named it Nineveh. It's the real name is Navala. It's Hebrew. I want y'all to know that. Navala is a Hebrew word. Navala. That's where they get Nineveh from. Right? That's the real word for that. It ain't Tennessee. It's Tennessee. All this shit go back to Phoenicians and Hebrews. This shit hurt my heart to teach this shit because it just kind of show that the words been played with. All these words going back to one language. All of them. So ain't no confusion. See, we been confused for so long. Ain't even no. It's not even a argument at this point. Once I break these words down, it's not even an argument that our cities were named after Paleo-Hebrew names. Our chiefs were named Katzin and Kassin. Our names, our mounds were named Hebrew words. Ishki. It ain't even no debate, right? So we get to talking about El and Bay, right? People get to using El and Bay and all of that. El is Hebrew, people. El is Hebrew. Bay is Hebrew. Bay damn near Bet. Hold on. I ain't looked at this stuff in a while, man. Where you think this stuff come from? Where you think Bay come from? It come from Bet, the second letter in the Hebrew language. Paleo-Hebrew. El, Bay, that's Canaanite, right? Somebody created this long before they tried to make it into all this other stuff, right? The Ottomans ain't creating nothing. Not a damn thing from damn land from damn man. Yeah, church in Savannah got the on the Hebrew on the thing. It was a pyramid in North Georgia they tore down. Had Hebrew letters all over it. They turned it into chimneys and houses in North Georgia. Right? Now, what you must understand is The languages that these places that everybody is talking about, not even an African language. Listen to me, y'all. Listen to me. The places these people are talking about where this stuff, what they say was created, it's not even in their language, people. You must understand it. Uruk, Nineveh, Tel, talking about Tel, Tel means mound and stuff like that. In the old books, it says these cities are named after a language that wasn't even on that land at the time. New people named these cities with a whole new language constructed, right? That lets me know the people from there are not the original people. The people who came there name y'all shit, right? We named Tyre in Israel, in Jerusalem. We named it. Really, it was Jerusalem. But when I found out that Sumerian cities were named after Paleo Hebrew names, it broke the code. Then in Nineveh or Navala, you find the corn tablets. Corn in a Paleo Hebrew named city that they say aliens. Nah, they don't work with me. It's not true. Them our people. We would have taught people over there building that shit. You get it now? Got a question, Kenrick? I got you. Come on. There you go. Question will come in real quick.
Hey, my brother, I spoke to you a while back, and you 100% right. Now, I'm gonna tell you some books you need. You got a pen that you can write these books' name down.
I got my computer right here. I got you. Come on with it.
Okay. Now, I know most people, especially us so-called Indians, Negroes. The Book of Mormon is 100% truth about America, about the 10 tribes. It tell you the language that we spoke. We spoke Paleo, Hebrew, and Egyptian. We
Exactly right.
came over we we came over here 600 BC, and I tell people, I say, look, unless you get the book, you won't know the truth.
But that's
If
one.
you
That's one thing. We can't. We was here way earlier than that.
I know that. I know that. I'm gonna give you the second book that'll prove that we was way before then. But we came back over here in Jerusalem. This is the Garden of Eden.
Yes, it is.
I was telling people, I tell people, what wood that Noah had to build an ark out of? It was
Go for wood.
in Florida. It only grows in Florida. And
Apalachicola.
yeah, on the East Coast, and they like I tell friends that all the time. They like, wait a minute. Well, I say, yeah, we've been lied to all our life because we was blinded. God put a veil over us, make us forget who we were as a nation.
Other people
I
put a
tell you,
veil on us.
if you get the Book of Mormon, read the introduction page,
I
and then
read it.
you
I read it.
read first Levi. It tell you when they came over.
I read
And
it.
the people that came over, they wasn't white, they was black.
I
They
read
was
it.
Ham. So that's one
Have,
book.
have you
Now
have you figured out that they talked about Saul in the mic and
I'm gonna give you the
the
name of
Micmac?
the book you need to get. This to tell you about the Tower of Babel.
Yeah.
Before when they was building the tower, it's called the second book of Mormon. You can get it before they cut it off, but it tell you about what happened during the time of the Tower of Babel, that we came here Actually, there's another book. It's
Second
called the book.
second book of Nephi.
No, the other book you need to get is the Aramaic. You know about the guy stones.
Mm-hmm.
You heard about the guy stones in Europe.
Yep.
They was landmarks. Our
Landmark.
people kept perfect records of what they was doing through the history while we here on this earth. I was blown away when I was reading. I'm like, oh my goodness, hold on. I say, man, these Gentiles just told us. Do you know Poseidon was they Aquaman? The Poseidon is a spiritual rod. You will read that in that second book I just told you about the book of Mormon.
Uh-huh.
You will also know about Loki. You will also know about Thor, the hammer.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
Mm-hmm.
truth is coming out. It's like oil and water. Oil gonna
See,
surface to the top.
the Greeks got that from the Cretans, and it turned into mythology.
Man, they just twisted the Greeks and the Romans.
The Cretans came from here. The Mycenaean bloodline came from here. The Greeks and the
Yeah,
Romans
but
got
don't
that
forget the
mythology
Greeks.
from them. Yeah, that's how they got it.
They're not Hebrews though.
Who, the Greeks?
Well, I put it this way: they're not Israelites
The
because
Greeks?
the thing is, I tell people, I say everybody came from Adam, but not everybody came out of Shem. They came out of Ham and Japhet. I say Shem had children, but yet not all of them are Israelites. They are Hebrews, just like Joseph. Joseph had two sons. I mean, Isaac had two sons. One of them became a Israelite. The other one was just a Hebrew, just like I mean Abraham. Abraham had two children, Ishmael and Isaac. Ishmael is a Hebrew, but see, people don't go back and study anything because the concubine that Abraham messed with, she was an Egyptian. Joseph, one of the last
Yeah,
sons, the second
a
to the
Cushite. Yeah.
youngest, he married an Egyptian too.
Yeah.
Moses married an Ethiopian. All these are from the Hamite tribe.
I'm gonna go.
That's why I
I'm
say
gonna check them out.
when these people sit up here and talk about, I know you on TikTok now. They're talking about we're the true Egyptians and we're not Arabic. I say, man, I say you got to be stupid to believe that. I
I'm
said
gonna,
it was melanated people with kinky hair.
I'm gonna check the books out. I appreciate it. Let me get some more people up. I appreciate
Okay,
it. King.
yeah, okay, but
I'm gonna
make
follow
sure you
Kerry.
get that second book of Mormon
Yep. I know
and
what you're talking about. It's called the Book of
Gospel
Nephi.
Bible.
Yep. The second book of
Okay, my
Nephi.
brother, take
Gotcha.
care.
All right. Yeah, I read the books, brother. I read all that. Um, we talking about the second book of Nephi. Um, they talking about the mound building culture of melanated people in America. That's exactly what they talking about in them books. Yeah, he almost there. He almost there. But see, what you gotta understand is, um, by beginning your knowledge with the Bible, you start at a certain point in history. When they talking about Abraham leaving Mesopotamia, that is way back in the history. Like that's like the middle of the story. Where did he come from? Where did Abraham come from? Where did his bloodline come from? Where did teachings come from? See, that's when you get into when you get way back, right? You go way back when you get into that. That's a whole nother story. Fod He Johnson. You got a question or a comment?
Hi,
Hey, how you doing?
I'm fine. I just came. I was listening to what she was talking about. and you be speaking a lot of facts. I just wanted to ask you when you were talking about the uh, Paleo Hebrew language and artifacts and stuff. Have you seen or heard about the artifacts that was found in a tomb in Panama called the Cacique Malchia
Yeah.
artifacts? Okay, that's all I came up to ask about because I found that like really interesting. You
Yeah,
know,
I put a video up about that about a year and a half ago. It speaks about Jeremiah. Um, Jeremiah was a part of the Ark of the Covenant. When you translate his name, it's a Y when they pull it out of Panama, but when it goes into the biblical, it goes to Jeremiah. Um, yeah, I put a video up about the gold tablets of Panama with Paleo Hebrew, and it had some more Hebrew written on animal skins in Panama, and they act like it don't exist, but it does. That same gold book was found in New York, another one. The dude who wrote the Book of Mormon, Joseph Smith, found another one in Palmyra, New York. And they got a church and a statue sitting on top of where they found it in a mound right there. The one in the Panama, they say, is the Ark of the Covenant.
that's why I mentioned it
Yeah,
because I thought it was crazy of when you look at the Ark of the Covenant and they show you a replica, it looks so similar to the one that they found in
yeah,
Panama.
yeah.
Like
Exactly
it's
right.
eerily how similar it looks. But
Made
then
out
they
of
keep
wood
telling
with
us, oh,
gold
they're
plated.
looking for it in the Middle East.
Found over here.
Hmm.
You're exactly right. I got a video about that, and it shows the archaeologist lady who has it in a museum down there in Panama. It's still there. Still there. You're right.
But that's all I came up for. I appreciate
Good
you and
question. Good
appreciate your
question.
knowledge.
No doubt. Y'all follow how you say your name? Fadi?
Oh yeah,
Okay, follow Fadi
you
Johnson.
already know me.
Gotcha. Miss Fadi, in the Ark of the Covenant, they talk about manna. Manna, Manna, the food from God that fed the Israelites. Manna is corn. White manna, the white substance that fed the Israelites. White manna, white corn. We got Indian tribes named Manalapan, that means white corn. They changed into Lenape Indians. Same thing, they just changing the names. It's a whole lot of connections with this stuff, right? They teach you it was some type of godly thing that was hidden, but it was what was hidden was the agriculture knowledge, right? Astrology to grow crops, seeds, manna, corn. If an evil man gets this knowledge, he can run his area because he can starve and feed people as he want to. So they teach you is God's covenant, but really is nature's covenant. That's the part people don't understand. That that ark that they were hiding had the knowledge in there for you to be kings, and because you could start a whole civilization with that knowledge of agriculture. Because without feeding your people, you can't be no chief or no you can't be none of that in ancient times. See, they taught us that it was just you sit up there with a lot of gold on and you look good, and that ain't what it was about. It was about, can you take care of your people, right? Because in some of these old books, if you try to be the chief or the king, and you can't take care of your people, you will get beheaded. Because you lying about the being enlightened. See, we, that need to that need to be a part of the knowledge today. Like if you're not enlightened, if you faking like you enlightened, we're gonna make you show us in ancient times. In ancient times, you got to show me, right? You got to show me them stars lined up with that crop harvest. You got to show me how to flip that soil. You got to show me what your ancestors taught you. that can make you the big dog on the land. And if you couldn't have an abundant harvest, you out of there. That's why I take this serious, because in ancient time, that's what went on. Now these days, anybody can act enlightened. Anybody can act like they this and know this and know this and that. But when it came down to you feeding your people or helping your people, and you couldn't do it, because see, they gonna put you on the spot, right? And that's how I look at it today. So if you just putting on and halfway knowing some of this stuff and doing it and doing this, like when it's time for our people to become abundant, you're gonna fall off anyway. And I see that with a lot of people with this information, right? Because if you teaching aliens done something that my ancestors done, you not nobody to me. Because the real people of the knowledge know better, right? That's what I'm trying to tell people. You took a book that somebody else wrote, and you using it to try to teach the people that created that knowledge. That don't work. Let me see. Eric Boy, you got a question or a comment?
Hello.
How you doing?
When you saw that, that looked familiar to me because my grandma gave me a book years ago. It's like a documentary about our culture, how it broke apart.
Uh-huh.
And when I saw it, I said, "Hold on, that look familiar," And cause I learned about hieroglyphics, and I know back to when they changed our languages, we spoke all hieroglyphics through pyramids, through rocks, and I've been having a lot of dreams about stuff. And plus, that's my initial E, right? So I follow my name, the E, which is a number and stuff. But I also got a paper that come almost close to that, but it's a little bit more. It says it means jail, but it got more lines than that. But the point is, I'm into stuff like this, and I understand what you're saying because the more I dig into it, the more myth and legend is more code and stuff. And also, I tap into the dragon, and when I did, I found out a lot of landscapes represent dragons and also represent war. So the point is, Earth is shifting, and sometimes our dreams, which is our ancestors or whatever you may call it, give us different singles. And if you want me to show you a picture of some of those things that might help to some of the translation of that, I can show it to you and show you what book I got. And it's also um, got all kinds of codes in it, especially how they put codes on the TV set.
Okay. I'm gonna send you my email in your messages, man, and email it
Cause
to
I
you.
let you show one of them. They were close to that, and that way you can see what I'm saying. You be shocked what it say, and I didn't know this because I was a kid. I didn't pay 100% attention. I kept the books, but I was distracted too. But spiritually, I always told people I felt a change, and they thought crazy. I just lost my grandma, so that made me more alert to my instincts again. I'm gonna show you a few episodes, and plus, I found my name is also the same way because E and R is 12 and they come out to a 7.
I got
Okay.
you. Real quick, I got a lot of people in there. Let me.
I understand. I'm gonna show you two examples. See this right here? These are almost similar to what you have, but this one means jail. It just you got more lines. And these are codes here. Now I'm gonna show you one that goes way back. Oh, look at this, a weather map. Codes all do the weather map. Look
Let me
like
look.
a
Let me,
music
let me look at
vibration.
some. Let me look at some of them symbols.
I had this since I was a kid. I just never tap into it.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is a weather map. And look at the location. All around the places that so-called we had so-called black people at around the chaos, right? Now I'm gonna show you one more page that link all.
And what you got to understand is a lot of this stuff all is
That,
Go ahead, go ahead.
That,
That's pi, right?
that's a R. Yeah, that's a pi. That's a R in my name, but it's also what you say. It go back to the ancient, Hebrew.
Hebrew
And
created pi. People don't know that.
yeah, and look at this parent how they switch it around. Now I got other codes showing like this book here show you how they took our name and gave us a last name to confuse us, and we didn't always have last names before colonizers. And he even showed me the vibration of these, what these mean. Now I'm gonna show you one that I definitely think is connected to what you're talking about. Cause this, see right here, and now look at all these symbols, almost similar to what you got. And I had this since a kid, and I never tap into it. But my dreams start telling me numbers in my head, like you said, Hebrew numbers, right? 7, 8, and all that.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, I start waking up and realizing I got a parent,
You
and
see
my
how
AI is telling me I'm ahead of my time
you see
because I'm
how it,
seeing these
how it
translations.
you see how it starts off and then it evolves into other symbols.
Yeah, and this means two things. It's two different A's. Do you know one means ox? It's another page to show
Yeah,
that it's
Oxford.
some.
Yeah, that's a lift. Yeah, it's a lift.
Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
my
But
name
see,
is a code because Eric
but see,
is
you gotta
means a
understand
Viking
that.
name.
But see, all of those different symbols is cool, but you must lock in on the original symbol.
Yeah,
The
you talking
original
about something
symbol
like
is
this,
Paleo
right?
Hebrew.
Talking about something like this, right?
Yeah, the ox is a lift, the beginning. There you go. And that
And
symbol was created for agriculture.
yeah,
That's a fact. And it started over here because this is the agriculture beginning of this
yeah,
knowledge.
and and it even showed me. And now this is all part of the same books by the same author. It's
Yeah.
just in different chapters. And even tell us that we in a solar system. Our DNA is in solar systems. But see, but you know how I figured this out? Do you know that all the time I was watching the Flintstones, that I didn't know Lake Michigan was bedrock before the flood? Then also, I
Yeah.
discovered, because I used to watch it a lot, so everything was translated through the TV, and somehow I guess because I didn't read books a lot, I would watch a lot of TV, and somehow I guess that vibe came to me because I'm an artist,
Mm-hmm.
and I know his parents do my artwork and stuff. Now, and plus, and guess what? I suck at reading, but I'm good with numbers, and all numbers lead to letters. Now, this is the other crazy part about it. I always say, "Oh, why do people in my family know how to break dance, break dance, break dance?" And I remember the bridge, and I said, "Oh, we taught them karate." And then I got in this book that we got black artifacts over there in China over the bridge, and
That's a
everybody got
fact.
us distracted about the other side of the world.
That's a fact.
And so, yeah, so and then now people don't know it's a back door to everything, and that's where that come in. Because when I mess with my GPT, because like I said, I'm trying to find myself, find myself, and my name is Eric, like a Viking name, and all the other stuff that links back and forth through time. And it says that Eric is a time traveler. And when I look at that and realize I got because I know how to go on the hieroglyphics, and you Google hieroglyphics, those symbols will pop up and tell you what it means in hieroglyphics. And I do that all the
Yeah.
time,
I gotta let
including
some more
Atlanta.
people get up. I gotta let some more people get
Okay,
up.
I'm gonna end this by saying this. The whole point I'm trying to make to end my plan is this:
Okay.
that basically, when I found myself, I found those symbols. Now, I ain't saying I'm the savior, but the point is, when you most times out of 10, when we find ourselves, we find out that we have a pattern in our DNA that links us to where we're going, and breakdancing is one of them. That proving that when we knew how to breakdance, we actually was the ones that knew how to do karate and taught them how to fight in China, and that's what I wanted to
Right.
say.
Right. Appreciate it, Eric. Y'all follow Eric. Good, good, good. Yeah, that's a good book you got too. Appreciate you.
All right, no problem. You want to know the name of it so you can know how to look for it?
Yeah, what's the name of it?
Okay.
Let me type it up on the thing.
See, look, this is this one of the chapters, right?
We should
But
have.
this the name of it. It's a kids book, but give you grown up information. A lot of information. They got outer space. They got interspace. They tell you
Gotcha,
about the
man.
internet.
Look and learn 12. Gotcha.
And it's a chap. It's a lot long. I lost some of, and it's a documentary about our real culture. But I lost the dictionary version of Black people culture. So some of it I still got, but I got them pointing parts to show me how they change the numbers. I said, well, I'm good with math. Then it's like because I know how to do this. Look, this is the bigger
Gotcha,
clue.
bro. We're gonna
It
keep
shows you how it switched up and down, and also music vibration, which is America, which is a Latin in music vibration. It shows you how they did it.
Gotcha, bro. I appreciate
All
you a
right.
lot, Eric. No doubt. Y'all follow Eric Boyd. Follow Eric Boyd. Um, Now you said something powerful. We don't want our people don't understand. Let me teach y'all something about pi, right? Pi appears in Hebrew often as the mystical, Kabbalistic context, right? Divine names and concepts linked to God's opening his hands, right? Pi. Pi is one of the most sophisticated things about how the earth moves and the numbers that go with pi, right? Don't y'all know that pi is made into Cahokia mounds? Cahokia mounds is aligned with pi, people. They got stuff on the ground in Cahokia that's showing you how fast the earth is moving, right? Hebrews created pi. See, this shit get way deeper than what you think it is. Pi is a Hebrew symbol. Pi is on the ground in Cahokia. They got poles aligned with mounds showing you where the sun gonna be at, where everything is aligned, right? And it's crazy. So it's showing you who these people were who built Cahokia and how advanced they was. See, we just looking at a dirt mound, but that makes it even more amazing because that mound is older than Egypt. And pi is on the ground in an earthen mound form, right? Kabbalistic, right? And let me show y'all something. Now, in Mecca or Saudi Arabia, it's called the Kaaba. They come from Kabbalistic, right? It's a teaching. They all go with the same thing, right? We must understand that this knowledge came from a certain people and taught to other people on other sides of the world. Because pi is Kabbalistic, and that's where all that Kaaba come from. All that type of stuff, it come from that. It's exactly where it come from. Somebody I wanted to get up. Alex, you got a question or a comment? Let's see what else I had. Let me see. Somebody I ain't got up yet. BC, got a question or a comment? Yo. FBAJ, question or a comment?
Hey, dude, I love your lives. I love watching them. You very informational, and you just telling us about our long lost history that we don't even know anymore. And I be trying to tell these folks that they need to come check your channel out, especially, in the LPA world. I let them know, like, hey, y'all need to go check out We Know the Truth. He really do know the truth about us. And you got these $5 native Siberian Indians mad in the mud right now, man. You got them mad, brother. And I love every bit of them being mad because the truth gotta come out since we in the age of Aquarius.
Got to
We in
come
the age
out.
of we in the age of all truths must be known in the age of light, since we just came out of that darkness which was Pisces. So I'm
That's
just,
right.
man, look, man, you helping folks raise their vibration, you helping folks get an understanding better. And I ain't gonna lie, man, I just love your work and I'm a
Appreciate
fan,
it,
man.
bro.
Big fan of you.
Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate it, bro. Y'all
Thank
follow
you,
us.
appreciate it.
What'd you say, bro?
I was just saying, no, thank you. I appreciate
No
you for
doubt,
giving
man.
me your
Appreciate
time.
you.
That's all.
Appreciate you, man. It's all about, like I say, man. It's just all about us learning. Like we got to get back to the basics. Like it's not so much about what groups or what entities or what people are into. It's not so much about that. At the end of the day, our history was hidden from all of us, bro. And we have to, and a wise man knows he have to enlighten himself to just try to learn the true meaning of stuff. It don't matter what your background is or whatever. You still got to try to learn the truth. So I don't try to get into all that other stuff, but I just want people to get back to the truth. That's it. No matter what your background is or what you claim or what you're talking about, we got to get back to the truth, man. I think she's been in here for a minute. Tang Shao. Coach Fred, what's up, brother? I'm just gonna go through the bottom. Kendall, what up? Question or comment? Genius Music, what's up? Trina White, get a question or comment real quick. Let me see. Too Gracious, how you doing? Quick question or comment real quick. How you doing, Miss Gracious? You wasn't ready. Let me see. Try to get everybody in here right quick. Big Dog, question or comment real quick. I got you, Miss Trina, my bad. Y'all follow Miss Trina White. Mr. D, question or comment.
Yo,
Alex, what up? Got you in there this time.
yo.
Try to get everybody in here real quick. Joseph Johnson, quick question, quick comment.
I'm trying to find out about some history. So I'm talking to my grandson. I've been checking out Dr. Ben and Yokin and Sheikh Anta Diop and all these things over in Egypt. Now I'm understanding that I thought that life started in Africa, and now he's telling me we indigenous to America. And I'm trying to find out who's the archaeologists or where you get who's doing the research, because I don't want to do no YT research. I want, if it's not, I think they
The
go crazy.
research for Egypt or for America?
America. I know they're saying America's older than. Did life start in Africa, or did life start in America and went to Africa and came back? What is it? I'm confused here.
The knowledge started in America, where the most civilized people started in America. I'm gonna say it like that.
So America, life started in America. You saying?
Okay, you have to understand that there are two different type of beings on this planet.
Okay.
You got people original to the earth, then you have a mutation of people on the planet. The mutation of people are not the knowledgeable people because they're not connected to nature. So these
You talking
people,
about Neanderthal?
Neanderthal,
Okay.
these
I
people
got you.
came together at a certain point in a certain area in the world, which is somewhere around Mesopotamia.
Got you.
Um, the giants are the original being coming from planet Earth. That's why America got all the mounds. There's some giant mounds. That's the ancient smart civilization on the planet. Those are the ancestors of the Egyptian. Those are the
Got you.
ancestors of the Sumerian. Those are the ancestors of the Indus Valley civilization. So when you go through history and go through all these languages and different cultures and all of that, you see that giant moving around the world, and wherever he go, shit start getting built.
All right.
Right? You see this elongated head and these tall people building up civilizations on the Nile and in Samaria and all of this. Where they come from? They try to say they come from outer space, and that's a false teaching.
Yeah, that's a grandson talking about Anunnaki. I'm like, man, I don't know.
They come from America. They get all this astrology and agriculture knowledge from America. The old ancient culture of the people who created the knowledge, because they are in tune with the planet. They're in tune with nature. They are self-sufficient in nature. They don't believe in gods helping them. They believe in nature helping them.
Right.
So when they take that teaching in their language over to another side of the world, they teach this stuff over there, and it becomes different languages and different all of that. The first people to build these places are the people of the mound building culture. So knowledge came from America. 100% people from the earth came from America. Now, a lot of the other people are mutations of earth people, right? I'm just gonna say it like that. But all that Egypt and Samaria and all of that, all that knowledge came from here.
So when does this Grand Canyon come in? And that's what I'm confused at. It says stuff in the Grand Canyon and this and that. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Let me show you something. Show you something real quick. Okay. Well, I'm looking for the one with the right here.
Gotcha. Okay.
This is a mound builder symbol from the Mississippi River.
I got that on the sweatshirt.
This evolved into the bloodline leaving the Mississippi River, going to the southwest in Utah in the Grand Canyon. After they were the mound builders, they are evolving to build in stone at this point. But it's the same symbol as the mound builder found where the stone is built in Utah and in the Grand Canyon. So it starts in the Mississippi River. It branches out. It goes to the Grand Canyon in Colorado and Utah. Then it goes to Mexico and Peru and all of this, right? Then they get ships. They start shipping out. The same language they created for agriculture became Hebrew in the Middle East and in Israel and in the Mediterranean. They are the first seafarers that left here, went over there to the Mediterranean, built up all that Athens and Greece and all of that, Egypt and all of that. Then the languages started getting mixed because our language and their language wasn't the same. That's where you get all these stories about the languages getting mixed. That's where you get they finna exile all the Hebrews out of there because they calling them foreigners, right? So you got to go read the book. So the best way I can explain it to you is It starts with the mound building culture, evolves into the Grand Canyon people, then the old Mix and Mayans and all of that, another bloodline coming from these people. So they got the same symbolism. And
Mm-hmm.
somewhere in time, some of our people went to other lands to build trade centers in other lands, and that's where you get Egypt and Athens, Greece, and Crete and stuff like that. But I had to break it down a little farther with receipts. But good question, though. Appreciate you, Joe.
All right, bro.
No doubt. Appreciate you. You have to understand why or is the Smithsonian hiding the mound builders? That's the point of the. They'll pull up all this Egypt stuff and show it to you, but they will not show you the mound builders. You know why? Because they're gonna show you this the ancestors of them people over there. Then they're gonna link the bloodline of them people over there to back over here. Then it's gonna be a problem all around the world showing that the Thai American is them people they speak of over there. And then it's gonna break the code, then we're gonna buck, and then we're gonna take all our shit back, and there's gonna be a whole problem over here in the world. That's why they hide the mound builders. That's why they hide everything they put out them mounds in the 1700s. They're going to hide it until you go in there and take it back and see it's the same damn artifacts in the Mississippi River that Egypt got. That's why they do that. Only reason Egypt is what it is because they want you to think that it's their bloodline that done greatness on the planet. So they highlight Egypt because it's on the land that was taken over by a whole nother people, and they want to act like it's their people. They want the greatness of Egypt on their bloodline, but they're not their people, not the ones who built it. They want the greatness of Athens, Greece, but that's not the people who built it. They want the greatness of Santorini, Greece. They found tobacco in Santorini, Greece. Tobacco don't supposed to be in Greece in the 1450 BC. Why is southeastern tobacco in Greece in BC times? It don't pose to be there, people. They're not going to teach you that. Why you think them pharaohs got their tobacco and cocaine in their system? Those are American crops. You must understand they're not going to teach you who built this stuff because it breaks the code of the whole planet. So we got to research this stuff and break it. We really need to go in there and get our artifacts back from these hunter-gatherers, and they're going to show you right what I'm telling you. It's going to take you right back to what I'm telling you. An origin. It's going to give you an origin of the Mississippi River, and it's going to break the code. The Naga is talking about the 7 heads of the river of creation. The Naga, now, way in India. The 7-headed snake, them folks talking about the Mississippi River, bro. You don't believe that, do it? Them folks is talking about the 7 heads of the Mississippi River. The land of creation. The creation story came from right there. Egypt got artifact with 7 heads on the snake. Samaria do too. They ain't gonna teach you that. It's the same shit. I would show them, but all these receipts I ain't got all. I got to catch me with a lecture doing it. It's showing you a people evolving through different time eras in different places with the same bloodline, the same builders, right? Symbol, sun god, worship, aka Lucifer. Sun god worship, huh? Come talk to me. The sun god worship. I tried to get him up there. What people don't understand is this is nature. This is nature. Ain't nothing evil about nature. Nature feeds your ass every day. Nature feeds you every day. One for nature, you wouldn't even be here to be talking about no sun god. Right? One for nature, you wouldn't even be here. You wouldn't even be here to be talking about no God. Come on now. What'd you make? Okay. Okay. This the problem. Instead of thanking your ancestors that learned nature to make you self-sufficient, you thank an entity that ain't done nothing for you every day. Roll the corn. Let's just get back to the basics. Your grandma farmed and fed you food out her farm. I know mine did. You ain't gonna get no closer to God than that. You ain't getting no closer to nothing than that. It's pure love in nature. Pure love in nature is ain't nothing greater. I don't give a fuck how many deities you make up, how many lies you tell, or what you believe in. Pure love in nature is the strongest thing on this planet. Ain't nothing stronger. Nothing. Can't break it. Cannot break it. So what you must understand is that's why our people were so great. They invented true love in nature for their people and nature. You couldn't break them, right? Hunter-gatherers called it sun worship because they ain't understand it. Anybody of not of nature is going to go against nature, people. You are not of nature, you're going against it. It's just that simple. So throughout history, nature and God always clashed. If you don't know that, you lost anyway. They always clashed all through history. That's why we always been stomped on, beat up, killed, hung, unalived. We were always nature's people, turned into sinners of God. They still calling us sinners of God today. They sinners. That you sinning. Under whose law? Is that nature's law or that's God's law? You got to understand there's two different things now. It's two different things. So this is what okay. I got to tell y'all this because I want people to understand this, bro. Ain't nothing greater than what's under your feet. What's under your feet is the greatest thing ever created. This motherfucker badder than Mars. It's badder than the moon. This motherfucker on your feet, it's a bad motherfucker. A bad motherfucker. It gave you everything you needed. You a child of it first. That's why your ancestors taught you to be a steward of the land. You take care of what take care of you. Yes. That's balance and harmony. You take care of what take care of you. If shit don't take care of you, stop taking care of it. Simple. That's the basis of all this knowledge y'all speak of. All this, I'm going to Egypt and I'm doing all this Anunnaki shit. And Enlil and them talking about agriculture, nigga. Enlil ain't talking about no goddamn space shuttle. Enlil talking about roll the motherfucking coin. Not roll the astro ship, roll the coin. The first kings of Egypt, the serpent kings rolling the coin. Oh, I ain't talking about no goddamn, the mound builder rolling the coin. Come on now, stick with me. Don't steer from the knowledge now. He wasn't enlightened because he could build a spaceship. He was enlightened because he could put their food on the plate. He wasn't enlightened. You don't get all this extra knowledge from no. Hell no. Hell no, we won't go. We won't go for that. See, they want you to think all this old extraterrestrial bullshit, but this shit come right back to the planet. Roll the coin. Let me show y'all something, if I can find it. Let me show y'all something. Roll the coin. Now, as we sit here and look at this symbol in Utah, as we sit here and look at that symbol in Utah, right? It's the same symbol in Egypt. Why is that? Why? Hold on. Oh, shit. Hold on. This laptop be tripping. Hold on. Now, why they won't show me what I'm looking for? Let me show y'all something. This shit is not gonna work. Might have to go back and to the old receipts just to show you. One sec. Let me see if we're gonna pull up. Now, Ta, right? Ta. Hold on. Ta. Let me show y'all something. if it'll pull up. Okay. Roll the coin. What in the hell is going on? Now, do you see this? Early Hebrew, Middle Hebrew, Late Hebrew, Modern Hebrew. Let's go here. Ta, Mary, Tav, Hebrew. You see that symbol right there? Right there. You see it, right? That's the first Hebrew symbol. One of the first, Tav. Ta. Let me take you back to Utah. You see that same symbol in Utah? In the bricks? In the stone? You see it, right? Am I tripping? Early, the first one. Then you get the X. Let's go back. Hold on, let me pop in the picture so I can show you. Right here. Earth cross. Early Hebrew. Mississippians got that same symbol. You see it right there? This ain't no Christian cross. There you go right there. Now, roll the coin. And watch this. Now watch this. Right there. Same symbol. That's who created it. The first ones is the one with the first symbols. Right? We created it over here. It's our language. Let's go here. Middle. After it evolved and moved around the world, this symbol pops up. Right? This one. Right here. Who got that symbol? Hold on. Who got that one? Let me show you who got that one. Roll the coin. Who got that one, Truth? Who got that one? Egypt. Early is us. Egypt is middle. The Naga got that same symbol. There's a bloodline coming from the first one to the second one. Then you get this new model of Hebrew, right? After they keep evolving. You go from there to there. Then you get this. Then you get the modern Hebrew. Don't you ever forget this. The ones who created were using this. Then it evolved. Then it got to this. Egypt, Naga, civilizations like that. Then you get to this. Biblical style Hebrew. The Bible is way after this. You get it? This biblical Hebrew here. Who created it? Mound builders. Now, look at that symbol right there. See it? Watch this. Let's go to Mississippi. Let's go back to the mound builders. Let's go to the mound builders. There you go right there. How many more we got? Hold on, we got thousands of them. Mississippian cross. You see that? See that with the dots on the four corners? See it right there? It's the same one that's in Utah. Same one in Utah I just showed you. Got another one with the 4 dots in the earth cross. These are the first Hebrews. These are the first Ivri. Let's keep going. How many more you want? It's thousands of them. You gotta know what you're looking at. There you go right there. Let's keep going. Roll the coin. This is why they sticking crosses on top of mounds. We even got pottery with it on there. Artifacts with it all over it. See it right there? See that? Haru. And it's Haru. That's the first Falcon ideology. Egypt ain't get that shit from over there. That shit come from here. The Falcon is from America. Let's go look at the pottery. Hold on. Look at the pottery. It's all over the pottery. There you go right there. See that? Our people in the mounds were so old. Our people in the mounds were so old that when they went into the tomb in the mounds, the bones turned into dust a lot of times. Them people were over 10,000 years old in that mound, bro. Over 10. Egypt ain't nowhere near that old. Right here, look at that. Look at the old Mississippian cup with the cross on it. See it? Now, that is like the center of the Milky Way, right? This is what's telling you what's going on with the stars, right? So when you see certain things in the center, it's telling you what time of year it is. It's telling you what to do in agriculture. It's telling you if it's winter, it's summer, it's spring. The stars that went along with that cross that sits in the grid of the cross becomes deities over time. You get it? This is your scope. The Milky Way is the scope, right? Roll the coin. Who taught these people all this astrology? Why you think Egypt was so advanced? There was thousands of years already figured out before Egypt was ever built. You must understand that. Don't nobody just pop out, build no pyramids aligned with the Milky Way. Come on now. Who the fuck that smart? Y'all think some Africans just woke up one morning and built pyramids aligned with the whole damn Milky Way? You got to be out your mind. You must be out your mind. Roll the coin. These artifacts is so old, bro. See, this stuff old. So you trying to talk about Egypt. We talking about over 10,000-year-old artifacts. This is where they learned how to build artifacts out of stone that look like people. This is the first coming of it. These are the first stone miners, copper miners, the first agriculturalists, the first people to learn what limestone even is, first people to learn how to do adobe bricks. These the people, right? Roll the coin. This stuff old. They act like it's 800 years old and all. You a lie. This stuff is, the mound 10,000 years old. How the fuck the artifact 800 years old? It don't make no sense. It don't make sense. This stuff is old. I'm talking about old. Look at this. Arkansas. That is not a Native American. Think that's a Native American? You think that's a Native American you want to? Roll the card. They won't even blow it up. It's so many artifacts that we don't see. that we can't find them. We don't know where they at. The Smithsonian got them. But you must know that this stuff is old, people. This stuff ain't new. I'm just going through a couple of artifacts. They got some new stuff on here too. Some of this stuff went on here a couple of weeks ago. Let's go over here. Now, you find artifacts with shells, right? With Buddha on the artifact. Buddha. A Buddha style person on the artifact in the mounds, right? Sitting in the agriculture field. And you start to figure out that our whole culture became 2 or 3 different religions. It became all type of religions. All type of religions. Let's see if I got any more questions. Now, our people didn't get separated. They didn't get separated. They was moving around, bro. We knew exactly what we were doing. I'm going to explain this one more time before I get out of here. We knew exactly what we were doing. Now, once you figure out astrology, once you figure out what all the minerals in the earth do, once you figure out how to build structures wherever you live, or whatever you have in nature, right? You are using what you have in the area where you are at, right? That's why Egypt is built the way it's built. They use clay, them bricks built out of hardened bricks. Then you put the covering over it, right? You use what you have in the area because we are in tune with nature. Wherever we live, we can use what's in the area. We know how to find quarries. We know how to find minerals in the earth. We know how to find the water source. We know how to do all of this. So when you go to these areas, you build with what you have, right? But what you got to understand is it takes a base knowledge to do that. It takes a knowledge of of nature to do that. Use what you got. So our people were setting up trading posts all over the world, right? You pull up on the Nile River, you set up a trading post. You start your city there, right? You pull up in Greece on the island of Crete, you start a trading post there. You build a building right there. You house your crops, you put a crop field right there by your crops. Let me give you an example. Give you a great example of who done this, right? Cretans. So let's go look at Cretans. Cretans built Knossos Palace and an agriculture field in Crete. They right beside each other, right? So you get off the boat. You get off the boat. This is what you do. 7th millennium BC is that old. Agriculture life on Crete. You build a Knossos Palace, and you have the oldest farming settlement. You see that? So you build this right here. right? Many and mysteries. Yeah, they're a mystery because they come from over here. You build that, and you got agriculture, ancient agriculture. Wheat, olives, vines. They ain't gonna tell you about the corn they did. Massive palace of Gnosis, developing complex agriculture. See that? The Bronze Age. You gotta have copper to make bronze. The bronze they used came from the Great Lakes, right? Agricultural goods. Forming Europe's first civilization. Timeri bloodline is the first civilized people in Europe. This is what they don't want you to know. You got to mix copper and iron ore to make bronze. They ain't even got no damn trees over there that can heat that shit up enough to even do that. So you got to know the basics. We talking 7,000 BC now. We building shit like this. Come on now. See that? Big old palace. Now I'm finna get deep. Y'all got me about to teach now. Now I gotta get deep. Now, the Minion Mounds. Let's go look at the mounds. Watch what's on top of that motherfucker. Watch this. Watch what's on top of the Minion Mound. It's gonna take you right back to what I just showed you. Oh shit, truth. Whoa. Whoa. Hold on. What's on top of that mound? Let's go look at that. What's on top of that mound? That same cross I showed y'all that was the first Hebrew, right? Ain't that the same cross that's in Mississippi and Gap? Ain't that the same cross that's in Utah I just showed you? Before Egypt? Come on, man. Crete. Mounds. Hebrew cross right on top of the motherfucker. With the palace. So don't try to separate the mound from the pyramid and the mound from the palace. This is our culture. We still built mounds to bury our ancestors. Yeah, we had the palace also. See, a dummy be like, an Egyptologist be on some dummy shit. He be on some shit like, a mound ain't got nothing to do with the pyramids or them Tartarian ass buildings. You a goddamn lie. This our burial ground, nigga. Just because I got buried in a tombstone don't mean I ain't living in no mansion. What kind of sense that make? Does that make any sense? So they try to separate the mound and the building and the pyramid and the temple. It's all the same. Come from the same people. All of it is our shit. Different thing we use for different things. Different thing was used for different things, right? These palaces were used as like storehouses for agriculture. It's where you get the corn exchange Tartarian style building from. All them Tartarian style buildings are made like warehouses, people. Them ain't no goddamn Tartarian buildings, them warehouses. The most beautiful warehouse you ever see in your life. That's why ain't no windows on it. This ain't made to look cute. This made to store. People come in and get what they need. This ain't made to look cute with no windows and we be in there looking like we throwing a party. No. This ain't even made to even be, right? Ain't no bathrooms up in here. You not finna use the bathroom around the storehouse. You wanna try and use the bathroom and corn in the next room. Get your ass up out here. Go outside with that. You must know what these your different structures are used for. You're here trying to hit the potty, and I'm in here trying to roll and sell the corn. Get your ass out of here. No, dog, this ain't that type of spot, right? And so then you got to ask yourself more questions, right? Then you got to ask yourself more questions. Then you get deep. Granite and limestone are generally good and safe for food storage. Who figured this shit out? These are geniuses, bro. Granite is superior due to density. Limestone needs more care because it is softer, but used for food storage. Let me clean my camera off. Hold on. I want y'all to read this. Sealed granite and limestone are generally good and safe for food storage. That's why it was built like that. Ain't just built like that just to be cute. You can seal off a limestone building. The weather does not affect it. Ain't no bugs crawling through no limestone. That shit's solid. See this damn table? Ain't nothing crawling through that. Ain't no tobacco beetles crawling through that. Ain't no worms, ain't no none of that. You build a foundation out of solid stone, nothing gets in. The food is good. You get it? When they talking about some Tartarians. So these people put Roman Catholic churches in these buildings. They shaped like warehouses. All they do is go to the front of the pew and run the chairs back, fill in the big gap in space, and call it a church. Simple. Why ain't no rooms up in there? Just a big open space. So now you look at the downtown areas of America different. Now you look at the downtown areas of America different. You start to see them same buildings, storehouses that became spiritual because you become spiritual with what you grow on your land. And when the other people figured that out, they wanted to build on top or in our buildings because that's what our power was, in them buildings. Tell y'all something that was crazy to me. When I went to that granite building in Vicksburg Military Park, got a granite column building on top of a mound, right? Couple of them. There's a couple of them out there. So the mounds are going up and down just like this. But when you stand at the door of that temple, that store, whatever that ancient granite building, you stand at the door and look down, it's right over the cornfield. It's right over the cornfield. You can see the cornfield right. I'm talking about this line, the line perfectly. That's all I see. Straight. And it's a line now. In a line. Straight cornfield. Blocked off right from the view of the hill. And then it hit me. That's what this is for. It's exactly what this for. It's what this for. Then you get into you. If somebody said that in the chat, it got various degrees that keeps it right. Keep bacteria out, right? Moisture control. That's why they use it in granite countertops, right? It's easy to clean, stuff like that. That's why granite is good for countertops in kitchens, right? So you got to understand that everything was used for what it was used for. Then I showed y'all this yesterday. Then you start to understand. Then you start to understand coin exchange. Ancient traders built these and set their goods up in their agriculture field right there and set up shop. There you go right there. All them Tartarian bill they telling you about, exchange builders for ancient times. Yes, our people are lost, brainwashed by materialism. Yes, they are. They are. Hunter-gatherers taught them that. Hunter-gatherers taught you need the bins in the mansion. And you better than everybody else. And you sticking your nose up. And hunter-gatherers taught you that. Hunter-gatherers taught you that materialism is bigger than your family. It's bigger than your... It's not our culture. That's one of the main reasons why we lost our culture. People say, how your people so powerful they lost their culture? We took on another people's culture. We'd have kept ours. We wouldn't need none of this shit. If I would have kept my culture, I'd be in the crop field with some overalls on. Wouldn't give a damn about none of this shit. Finna sell $5 billion worth of tobacco when the harvest hit. See, that's over a lot of people's head. But I'll be out there in the lake, in the crop field, old ass truck. Now you get it? Self-sufficient. I ain't go to Kroger today because I got all Kroger in my backyard. Kroger in my backyard. You feel me? I ain't gotta go get no hamburger or none of that. I got all that stored up in the freezer out there. All of it. The land I already paid for. What it ain't paid for is already mine because it's so ancient that my people been here forever. So the law of the land paid for it. The house already built by my ancestors. I'm self-sufficient. I wouldn't give a damn if Trump signed over and get Washington, D.C. to Africa. I wouldn't give a damn. Trump, do what you do, my guy. Ain't got nothing to do with me. That's what made us who we are. That's what made us who we are. Self-sufficiency. Ain't no 30-year mortgage. Ain't no going to work for no hunter-gatherer no 30 years. Ain't none of that. You have land, water, knowledge, a product to sell, and a product that feeds you at the same time. And you got the best product in America. What makes America different from everywhere else? We have crops don't nobody else have that change the face of the earth. Think about it. Tobacco, $1 billion industry. $1 billion industry, people. Tobacco is $1 billion industry. Come on now. Our ancestors created tobacco, people. Our ancestors created tobacco. We the first people. We the first people to ever grow it and smoke it and use it in ceremonial practices. It's our shit. Now imagine if we were selling that tobacco to Europe. Think you selling pounds now? You think you're trapping now? Let me shut it down. Let me give y'all an idea of what I'm talking about. Imagine, this for I know it's a lot of street niggas be in the chat. Imagine if your daddy left you a farm that harvested, I'm gonna say around 10,000 pounds of the best kush on the planet. All you gotta do, he passed away, he give it down to you. Come harvest time, you got 10,000 pounds of free kush. The top smoking in the world. 20,000 pounds of it. Free. On your land. Already set up to grow like clockwork every year. You don't need no plug. You don't need no help. You don't need nothing. All you gotta do, and he already got it set up for the people who gonna come buy it every year. You self-sufficient, bro. It's over with. Now imagine, now flip that to tobacco in the old days. Because tobacco was just like that in the old days. Same thing. Can't lose. How you gonna lose? How you gonna lose with your ancestral land with all the profit on it? How you gonna lose? You ain't paying no rent. You got lakes and acres, horses, cows, sheep, chickens, fish out there in the lake and the river. You got $8 million worth of tobacco in the yard. You can sit on your porch all day and just smoke or whatever you want to do. Go work the field, get all the bullshit out the field early in the morning, go sit on your porch. Go out there to the river and throw the rod out there. You just looking around looking for something to do. Ain't no shooting going on. Ain't no robbing and killing going on. Ain't no but deers running around here. And squirrels and raccoons. Fish jumping up. Biting mosquitoes. Ain't nobody got shot in the back today. And took out their car and robbed in the bank. Ain't none of that going on. I ain't heard nothing. How would your life be different? Think about that now. Think about that now. Your life would be totally different. Mine's, yours, everybody else's. But they took that from us. Now, ain't no gang banging. Ain't no weird ass people walking up and down the street, looking all in your yard, in your car. Ain't none of that old weird shit going on out there. Because if you up on this land that is a half an acre from the road, you're getting your ass towed up anyway. My driveway is a half a mile up the street, bro. Why are you back here? Your ass grass anyway. Just start to think back and start to download what you once was. Come on now, let's go back. They made you forget it. Think about it. The police don't even supposed to be back here. Police better not pull in my yard. Fuck you doing back here in private property? You finna get your ass. All right, you just like them. What you doing back here? You are in great health. You know why? Ain't no dope around. Ain't no liquor store up there on the corner. Ain't no potato chips on the corner. No donuts. Eating all that bullshit and ain't you gotta ride for miles to even get to that. You gonna be too tired. I ain't eating that shit, man. Let me go get me some regular food. It's gonna help your whole lifestyle. I'll be out there like this, like Hulk Hogan. Ain't no McDonald's, no Burger King, ain't none of that shit. You got to ride to get that. You can get it, but you gonna have to ride, and you know we don't like to ride too far for no reason. That's heaven, people. And then on top of all of that, your ancestors buried on the land. You can walk outside and go right to your ancestors' burial, show them some respect, and go right back in the house. Can't beat it. You can't beat it. Your kids know exactly where their ancestors is. You taught them the same thing they taught you. How to work their field and how to keep this thing going. Hook them up with the same plugs that you sold the crops to. Right? Teach them about how to invest the money. How to make money work for them. And you don't work for no money. Off the ancestors' field that they gave you. You can't lose. Your child was raised in peace and learned valuable knowledge. They didn't learn no bullshit from the street. They wasn't around it. You win all the way around. How you lose? And on top of that, you in touch with this land because your people put their hands in it. It's real paradise. Fuck all that other shit they're telling you about. They're telling you about the skyscraper with the $15,000 rent and all that shit. No, they ain't got no connection to you. And you ain't connected to that skyscraper. It's nice up there, but there ain't no connection. Not with your people. It's cool to go there and travel and visit, yeah, but there ain't no connection to your people right there. So now you start to see that they force all us to these bad areas where ain't no agriculture yet. The inner cities that don't have no agriculture, people. Why you think they wanted us to come to the inner cities? That's why they call it the concrete jungle. Ain't no corn, no roses, ain't no goddamn nothing growing in the middle of West Jackson, Mississippi. Ain't a crop nowhere in Jackson. Ain't a crop nowhere in Atlanta. You got to get outside of there. They send you to the concrete jungle and they get rich off your real land. What got them the businesses that they have in the inner city that we work for? Our ancient land got them the money to build the shit in the inner city. They put the whole circle down on our ass. You get paid off their crops. You build a McDonald's in the inner city. Now the people you kicked off the land that you built the McDonald's off of work in the McDonald's. That's a cold move. Ain't gonna get no colder than that. Ain't gonna get colder than that. You think you sharp. You ain't that sharp. You think you a sharp nigga. Okay. Keep thinking. The reason I know shit like that, my great grandmama, the man who bought her land through taxes, opened up a seafood restaurant in Jackson. Who he asked to come running for him? Who he asked to come run his kitchen for him, people? Ooh, this some cold shit, but it's 100% true, because this my people history. That's some cold shit. He bought my grandmama land through taxes. She ain't making no more money because she a sharecropper. She working for him now. He takes the profit off the land and buys a seafood restaurant 50 miles away in Jackson, where the capital city at. Who he gonna ask to come in there and cook when he open that place up? Who he gonna ask to come in there and cook? He know who can cook. Put in the comments. He gonna ask my fucking grandmama to come cook, because she been cooking his good ass goddamn catfish and his good ass cornbread and greens up the street from the land they been stealing forever. Truth now, grandmama, is the truth. Okay, now I come to the porch. Grandmama, I got a restaurant you can make some money at, and I'm gonna pay you if you move to Jackson to come run my kitchen, because I know you 100% the truth in the kitchen. My grandma ain't making no money no more. They took all the land. She on 1 acre where the old house was. All the rest of the land gone. The other 100 and some acres gone. He owned them. She literally working for him hand over foot. He rich now. He rich. He own a restaurant in Jackson. Y'all think this shit a joke? He asked my grandmama to come work his kitchen. My grandma was the manager of his kitchen all the way until she retired. This place is right in the middle of fucking Jackson, Mississippi. It's still there today. I can't even think of the name of the place no more. Here you go right here. Think this shit a joke? Let me find this motherfucker right here. Yeah, it's still there. The motherfucker's still there. Think I'm bullshitting? See, this is my real history. Chrishell's, Highway 80, Jackson, Mississippi. You go to motherfucker, look at that. Still got seafood, Jackson, Mississippi. This the old symbol. Motherfucker still there. Let me show you the address, make you know I ain't bullshit. It's still there. It's still there. Them people took my grandmama land, own this motherfucker, and still own that land to this day. And my grandma ended up working for them in their restaurant till she retired. And y'all think I just be on here trying to just act like I'm just now, bro. I know my history. I talked to my grandmama about this shit. She told me how she even got to Jackson, where she worked at, how she bought her house in Jackson. I know you believe me, because you can't make this shit up. This the truth. Nothing but the truth. So help me. This come out the horse's mouth. She told me this. This place still open. And when I go to Jackson, Mississippi, and I pass by, I feel a certain type of way. It's right on Highway 80 and running down. It's right down the middle of Jackson, Mississippi. That's how she even got to Jackson, for me to even be from Jackson, for my mama to even be from Jackson. Right? So, That's what it is. I wish I could show you how old this motherfucker is. The building look like it's 100 years old, right? I'm telling you, building look old. Roll the call. But let me get out of here, man. I love y'all and I'm in love with you. I appreciate the cash out. Y'all subscribe to my YouTube if you missed the live. That's the cash out right there. I appreciate the cash. Somebody cash out me. A couple people appreciate it. If you missed my lives, I put them on YouTube every day. So, because I don't want y'all to miss none of this. And I want people to go back after all is said and done and look at them teachings I was putting up there. And let y'all know when everything becomes available for us to find out, I led it the right way, right? Because I want y'all to understand that this shit ain't easy. It ain't easy. It ain't easy. It take a lot of studying and a lot of understanding and it's a mixture of stuff, right? You get the basic teaching from your people, then you go into learning about it, then you go into learning it on different land masses, the different languages, the different words and letters. It's a whole big conspiracy. It's way bigger than Nino Brown. I'm telling you, way bigger than Nino Brown. This is a whole, like John F. Kennedy said, these are some powerful people, right? And I'm not talking about powerful as in force, as in they can do something to you. They can, but I'm not talking about that type of powerful. Their power lies in they hide your knowledge and they work together underground to make things move behind the scenes. A coward makes things move behind the scenes, right? A coward. They do things behind your back. These are the most cowardly people on the face of the earth. And once you find out what they are really doing, that's when you understand it. They put it in your face to play with you because they get a kick out of it, right? They get a kick out of putting your information in your face and you just walk by it every day. Oh, the nigga don't even know this is a Hebrew building. He don't know. We turned it into a goddamn. They get a kick out of it, right? I don't want them to get no kick out of it no more. I want my people to be like, we already know what this is, Hunter Gallery. Give you that little head now, like, yeah, we'll be back to kicking your ass in a minute. Yeah, we know what it is, yeah. I know exactly what it is. I stopped at this small gas station in Mississippi one time, got a mound sitting right up beside it, right? I told the lady in the store, I was like, that's a nice hill you got out there on the side of the store. She didn't laugh. She just gave me a mean stare. I was fucking with her, right? I know that's a mound y'all done built shit on top of. Hunter-gatherer. I'm just letting you know that I know, that let your ass know that I know. I know what your ancestors did for their land, right? So, it's power in it. They can't play with you. They can't tell you that this don't mean that and that don't mean this and this ain't your history. If I see a Paleo-Hebrew language, automatically it's my people. Automatically. That's why I teach it the way I teach it. Ain't no argument about who wrote that language. Who gonna argue about that? Who gonna argue with me? A Native American cannot argue with me about this symbol. He cannot. He don't have no basis to argue with me about that. This is an ancient melanated people's symbol, right? So when I pull this up on your ass, you already dead in the water trying to teach some other type of history because melanated people done this. This ain't got shit to do with no hunter-gatherer. We all know that. right? That's why I like to go and show you what it is. Now, another thing, with another guy from Mississippi, I'm working on a toy drive for kids in Mississippi. I'm just gonna give away a bunch of little toys, right? I'm gonna put the video up about that. I'm just gonna give away some toys, me and this other dude from Mississippi. So I'm working on that. Because a lot of kids in Mississippi don't get nothing for Christmas, right? And if they're gonna go to a grocery store, just give it away. And I've been working on that. So, and it's a lot of new places I gotta go visit that's on my radar now that I've been finding and studying and stuff. So, you got a lot of stuff going on, man. And like I say, my whole goal in the end is to be of service to my people. If I become, able to do these things and just get people cars and get people housing and get people out the street or get people in drug rehabs, and that's my whole thing at this point. And get that land and keep getting land for our people to build our self-sufficient housing on. So, and I'm working on something called the Truth Now Foundation. Truth Now Foundation is gonna be for the help of our people and only our people. And I ain't gonna never try to sell it, and I ain't gonna never try to put no hunter-gatherer on the vice president board, or we ain't doing none of that. All that Black Lives Matter and all, now fuck all that. Y'all gonna know who own the whole company, the nonprofit. We're gonna run it the way it's supposed to get ran, because a lot of people do this stuff and do it the wrong way, right? We ain't finna incorporate all these extra people. So I appreciate that's why I really appreciate y'all's support, and on TikTok and YouTube, because they help me out a lot. And appreciate the cash apps. All this stuff is going into something that's gonna be great in the future. And I just want to tell y'all what be kind of going on, man. So I love y'all, and I'm in love with you, man. Y'all have a great day. And at the same time, it's a lot of people on these apps. I have somebody to reach out to that can actually help them, right? Who gonna actually talk to you, who gonna actually help you when these foundations get started. You see what I'm saying? They just say something goes wrong with one of our people on TikTok or YouTube, or they can email you or message you. It ain't no everybody business, and this entity helps you because you been my people through the internet and through you supporting my journey anyway. You see what I'm saying? It all connects back in harmony and nature and balance, right? That's what this shit all about. Love y'all, and I'm in love with you, man. Y'all have a safe day, man. Galil at the gun, roll the corn. We know the truth.